Hello, and welcome to episode 150. This celebratory moment of Learn Finnish with me. Good to have you all here, guys. Lorelai, Boyu, JF, thank you. Thank you very much. Did I enjoy the Super Bowl commercials? I haven't actually watched any of them. I didn't even realize it was a Super Bowl until I saw in the news that it had happened already. But that's how, I guess, out of touch I am with a lot of American big cultural moments, I suppose. But yeah, I do have a plan for today. First, I put together a quiz, a Kahoot quiz. It's not much, all right? It's only 10 questions. But they are questions that I think you should be able to answer. Maybe a few of them, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know. I had to throw some tough ones in there as well, all right? So I've got a Kahoot quiz that you guys can play. I also got some celebratory stuff for myself. Look at this. Look at this, all right? I was thinking, what do I want to get for celebrating 150 episodes of this nonsense? And I was like, oh, should I get something Finnish? And I just thought, no, that's not. I am gonna drink the objectively best soda. It's Dr. Pepper. All right, we gotta open this up. Okay, it didn't explode. Not too bad. Wow, I never drink soda, so this is a real treat. Oh my gosh. Hell yes. Get your beverage. Oh my god. Yes. Dark like oil, you know? Just looks horrible. Tastes like heaven, though. Dr. Pepper's the best. It's the best flavor. I did also get some ice cream. But I also felt like it was too much to start the stream by, like, I don't know, eating and doing all that. Maybe I'll bust it out later. But yeah, how are you guys doing? How was your weekend? And how are you celebrating this episode 150? I mean, I'm celebrating it myself, but a lot of you guys are consistent. Like every time I load up the stream on Tuesday, I know some of you are going to be here, most of you, right? A lot of you guys I recognize. And actually, here's a question for you. If you had to guess the first episode you saw of the Learn Finnish with Me stream, what number was it? Some of you maybe have been here from the very beginning. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Over 3 years ago. Yeah. Hey, JS, what's up? Welcome in. Good to have you. Wait, Lorelai, your brain had a malfunction when getting off your bus. Had to throw out your shopping bags before you dared to get out. Oh, wow. What? You threw the bags out off the bus? Why would you throw your bags off the bus? Oh, you jumped on the train maybe episode 59 or something like that. All right. Yeah, but nothing broke for you, Lorelai. Okay, good. Or at least, yeah, you didn't have anything too breakable there. Okay, yeah, JF, you watched the Duolingo speedrun. Yep. Those were the days. And that's true. I did private a lot of those earlier videos. I wonder if I could unlist them or something. If I made them public again, it would like republish them. That's the problem, isn't it? It would notify everybody of all these old videos. But yeah. Maybe I could make them unlisted and put them in a playlist or something. But it's also, I don't know, there's also a part of me that feels like, I don't know. It's like seeing old pictures of yourself you know, and you're like, oh, that's what I used to look like, you know? Hmm. I put the Dr. Pepper in the freezer for like an hour before stream. That was a good decision. It's extra chilly, extra cold. Why does soda taste so good cold and not good warm? It has something to do with the carbonic acid, right? That like when it warms up, the soda, I don't know, something about the acidity changes. Something like that, I don't know. Your shopping isn't going to help if you leave it on the bus. Wait, but Lorelai, I mean, so you're taking stuff off the bus. You're taking your shopping stuff off the bus. A normal human, you just carry it off the bus. Were you so afraid of leaving it on the bus that you threw it off the bus? I don't know how that works. Actually, I saw something really crazy for the first time. I saw a kid leave his backpack on the bus. That was really weird because I was sitting in one seat, and then after a bunch of people had gotten off, I got up to move to what I felt was a better seat. And as I moved there, I saw that there was a backpack just sitting on the bus. And I was like, oh man, the kid that was sitting here, his parents aren't going to be too happy, huh? I don't know. I'm a very, I'm not OCD, but I'm like very vigilant about my stuff and surroundings. Like I'm the kind of person who like when I check out at the grocery store, you know, and you do the self checkout or any checkout, I always double check, you know, right before I'm about to leave. I check everything as I put it in my bag and I'm leaving. And then right as I'm about to leave, I look back just to make sure I didn't like leave anything. That's how I am. Like even today I was at the grocery store and I did that. But yeah, what is it? The links in Discord announcements still work. They just say private. So if you make them unlisted, the links will work, but they won't be published as new. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's the way you have to view them. Is you have to be such a hardcore fan that you go in the Discord all the way back. That's how you get access to them. And Lorelai, you don't know when you started commenting instead of just being a VOD person. Yeah, it's so much more fun to have you guys here in chat, honestly, right? Like, I can say I certainly wouldn't be doing this still if y'all weren't here pestering me, practically harassing me. Linguistical harassment, all right? That's what this is. And I'm just a masochist for it, all right? No. You actually, I want to say thank you. You guys have really supported me a lot over the years. It's really helped. And also, it's helped to see that from your perspective, I have been improving. Even though from my perspective, it feels like I'm a glacier and I've moved only 2 centimeters per year. And the ocean of fluency is 1,000 miles away. But yeah, there's just been a lot of things going on that kind of get in the way of really dedicating myself to learning Finnish. And I do need to change that, because the longer it goes on like this, the harder it's going to be. And the sooner I get better, the sooner I get good at Finnish, the easier my life will be. Or even if it's not necessarily easier, I think it's just important to feel like I live in a society where I understand what's going on, you know? And a lot of the times I just can't understand what people are saying, and that's really tough. Also, am I going to be able to go to sleep tonight? There's so much sugar and caffeine as well in this, but I don't care. I'm a grown-ass man celebrating 150 episodes of Learn Finnish with Me live streams. Thank you very much. All right? I will do what I damn well please, and I will drink 1.5 liters of Dr. Pepper. Okay, not really. I am not going to drink this whole thing. But you know how it is with soda. It goes bad if like you leave it too long. So even if I open this tomorrow, it's going to be pretty flat. So I got to make sure I savor the sips right now while they're at max. What's the opposite of flat? I don't I don't know. Um, but yeah, by the way, we're gonna do a Kahoot quiz here in a few minutes. All right, so I'll pull it up. I'm just gonna catch up here on chat to see. Um, but yeah, okay. The earliest JS, the earliest live stream that's still visible is the January 26th, 2023. Hey, well, that's at least 3 years of content for you guys, all right? What are you complaining about, all right? Yeah, I privated a few videos, all right? It was a difficult time. I was not feeling like, there have been times in my life where I just felt like I was exposed or like I was just sharing too much. I don't want to say I regret privating the videos, but I don't know. It wasn't really necessary. And in some ways, maybe I do regret it because now, if I hadn't privated the videos, nobody would have even noticed, right? But now that I privated the videos, it's like a thing, and people are like, oh, yeah, you have mental health problems, right? You lack self-confidence. Oh man. But yeah, maybe I'll unlist them. I also have this problem. I hate going into my YouTube dashboard because the dashboard immediately, there's no way of going into your account without the dashboard being like, hey, by the way, did you know you suck as a creator? Your videos are doing horribly. And also, what were you thinking? How dare you? I hate that. So I don't even open up YouTube Studio just because it's like, it also takes away the fun of when making videos was just something you did for fun and not, I don't know, not because you were chasing growth or views. And maybe it was always that way, but it wasn't so obvious. It wasn't like built into the system the way YouTube has been doing it now for quite a while. Yeah. Wait, Lorelai, you were afraid of getting off the bus. Might have been too exhausted and it continued today. Your brain just broke. JS, so let the harassment commence. You're not going to learn Finnish? And hey, 27, welcome in. How are you? You hate the feeling of leaving your belongings behind. Yeah. I'm always like nervous about, yeah. Even if I'm like in public places, I'm like, okay, no one's gonna like steal my phone or whatever, my wallet. The daily news is not very good. Only the weather can be considered that. Oh no. Yeah, I feel like with the news, it's like, 90% of it is pretty negative. And occasionally we get a few stories that are kind of like, it's always the local stories that I think are the best. Stories of just everyday people that they interview. But yeah, still fizzy. Maximum fizziness. That's the right word. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. Also, I want to shout out someone on this stream. The unsung hero of this stream, who's never watched it, probably never will. Concerned a creator of Stardew Valley and creator of the background music that I have been using for years. This song you're hearing in the background is the trailer song for Haunted Chocolatier, his upcoming video game. And I just realized I should shout it out because it's like, it's the background music for all of the work that we've been doing learning Finnish. And And yeah, it's really beautiful music and a really beautiful game, Stardew Valley. Also, looking forward to the Haunted Chocolatier whenever it does come out. But yeah, hey DV, welcome in. Thank you. Yeah, congrats on 150th episode. We're getting there. I'm a streamer these days. Also, huge shout out to all my new Stardew followers. I've been doing the Stardew Granny Challenge, and I am surprised at the number of people who show up to the Stardew Valley Granny streams. Was it yesterday? We had 70 people watching, and the week before that, we had 89 people watching, which to me is insane. That many people would be interested in following a role play grandma challenge, but it's been a lot of fun. It's probably the most difficult challenge I've ever tried in a video game, but it's also taught me to it's made me play the game in ways I never would before, and I've discovered so much more about the game and its depth, and especially the characters. I feel like I've really gotten to know the characters in the game, and that's really been a lot of fun. But yeah, JS, you have some videos on YouTube. Most of them are unlisted, even if you copy the link elsewhere. Are you translating stuff in Finnish, or is your chat auto-translating? Wait, you guys aren't just all writing in English? Oh my god. Guys, okay, look, hold on a second. I did not know Google Translate was automatically on in the little pop-out window for chat, all right? Usually, when I pop out the chat window, it will notify me if it's going to automatically translate. But apparently it didn't this time. And I apologize. I am a fraud. Hey, it's just Google Translate congratulating me. Google Translate's like, look, dude, bro, you've made it to 150. Now is the time to relax. Enjoy your Dr. Pepper. Man. Oh my gosh, yeah, you guys, there were a lot of things in Finnish that I just, you know, you guys must have thought I was so good at just live translation. Here, actually, you know, you guys had said a few good things in Finnish. Let's put them in Google Translate here. Right. Lorelei, you had said this earlier. Wait, what the? Pimenetta. But yes. And wait, JS, what did you say earlier? But this is like happy 150th Finnish learning stream. I don't know why Google's not translating it correctly. It's like inventing its own. Or how did you? There was a typo. Hold on. Pimenetta, like this. It's saying, yeah, it's still mistranslating it. That's weird. I feel like Google Translate isn't that bad anymore. I feel like it improved a lot, but apparently not here. And then what JS had said, you've got time for a change. Yeah. Wait, JS, don't you normally have like board game night or something? Or am I confusing that? Maybe was that someone else? And Polyu, you had said this earlier that Okay. Hyppäsin junaan ehkä jakson 59 kohdalla tai jotain sinne päin. Yeah. You jumped on the train. Yeah, I would not have been able to just translate this immediately. But I do recognize a lot of these words. Like, obviously, Yuna and Yakso. Um, and then, yeah, JSU had said something else here in Finnish. Oh yeah, the Daily News. Päivän selkouutiset eivät ole kovin hyviä uutisia. Ainoastaan sää voidaan sellaiseksi katsoa. Only the weather can be considered like that. But yes. But yeah. Mistranslation about this ei kun opettelemaan. But yeah, DV, thank you. Yeah, happy for the improved watching numbers. Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy that so many people are watching these Stardew streams. It's making me think, if I made condensed videos that summarized the streams, I think that a lot of people would appreciate that, and maybe might draw even more people to come watch it. I've thought about it. It's just, it does take a lot of time to edit videos, but I don't know. I shouldn't make it sound so difficult. Yeah, YouTube and Google sometimes does things that they think you want to do and you don't want it. Though I actually don't mind it. But okay, guys, we're gonna do the Kahoot quiz here pretty soon to celebrate 150 episodes. And how many years? But yeah, Poyu says, no wonder you read my message in English immediately. I love that you guys are like, you know, you're not used to me understanding Finnish so quickly. So it was obvious. It was so obviously Google translated. Yeah, but oh, it was lacking one I in this. Yeah, it needs to be V that. Oh, now Google Translate got it. Oh, sorry, Google. Sorry for the typo. Jeez. But yeah. The Selko sentence clued you in, Lorelai. Yeah, you picked up on it. You were like, look, Tyler, he's progressed a lot in 150 episodes, but no, let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. All right, guys. Let's play this Kahoot quiz. How do we do this? Also, I have to turn the music off for Kahoot. Because if I don't turn it off, the live stream might get taken down. I've had this happen when we would do Kahoot quizzes before. Like, I don't know if it actually is the creator of the music for Kahoot or if it's just some random, you know, I don't know, company trying to claim it. But yeah, so we've got Stardew music or Haunted Chocolatier music instead. Finnish streams. Here we go. There you go, guys. You got to join. Here is your game pin. You can scan this QR code. It's only 10 questions. But I think how many do I think anyone is going to get all 10? No. I think there will be a tie for 9. I think there will be a tie for 9. And then someone will still win because Kahoot gives you points. By the way, if you haven't done a Kahoot, you not only get points for getting a question right, but you get even more points if you answer right quicker. So there is a slight delay on stream from when I start the question and when you'll hear me read the question. You will get the question on your device simultaneously. So you might see the question on your device before you see me on stream, but that's just a slight delay. So just letting all you competitive people out there know, you can use, focus on your device and answer the question quickly. But a lot of these should be pretty obvious. And I wasn't thinking about doing a quiz, but I sat down and I opened up Kahoot and I just started coming up with stuff. And before I knew it, we had 10 questions. Whether they're really good questions or not, to be determined. But most of it should be pretty obvious. Like, we've talked about a lot of this on stream. All right, what we got? We have 5 people. I'll wait another minute just to see if anyone else wants to join. Yeah, these are questions just about, mostly about the Finnish. I don't know how to describe it, actually. It's about our streams. Some of it will be kind of factual, but some of it also just might be kind of, I say 9 questions because I can think of 1 or 2 questions that I'm like, I don't know for 100%. I'm not 100% certain if I've ever said this on the stream. I'm pretty sure I've said it on stream, but it must be so niche. I almost regret putting it in there now. Like, maybe it's a bad question. But hey, maybe that's part of the game. You just have to get lucky. Maybe this is the question you need to get lucky on. But I won't say which question it is. But yeah. DV stream shenanigans. Yes, that's it. Yeah, the milk. Mike though is over here. But I recognize Sotanorsu. This is not a username that I ever see in chat, but it is a username I distinctly remember when we did our last Kahoot quiz, probably like 2 years ago. When I made this Kahoot quiz, I started thinking, man, we should do more of this. We should have more fun on stream instead of watching me suffer trying to learn the Finnish language. Yeah, then we can just blame the quiz creator. Yeah, you can start a riot. Okay, we're gonna join. I'll give a few more seconds and then we're gonna start. And I think you should have about 20 seconds to answer each question, but answer as quickly as you can to try and get the maximum points. And yeah, I don't think there will be anyone that gets all 10. I tried to make it somewhat difficult. But if you've been paying attention, if you've been on stream, then I know most of these I've answered. All but 1, now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah. Oh, is that you, 27? Are you the war elephant? Yeah, the Sotanorsu. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Here we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Oh, well, we get another countdown. First question. What is my favorite Finnish bread? Is it reisumies, Vaasan ruispalat, huikula, or jälkiuuni? Which one? I talked about this on stream. In fact, we had a very long... Yes, it is a reisumies. We had a whole section where I talked about how the dude of reisumies, like the logo, the lumberjack man, is just like the coolest logo for rye bread. All right, how I just want to be like that guy. All right, here we go. Maito taking the lead, 846 points. Also, hold on, let me see these settings. Wait, oh, show questions on devices. I'll do that. And also, yeah, okay, randomize the order of answers. Because I noticed that that was all in the same order. So I just want to make sure, yeah, randomize the order of answers. Because I don't know if I I might have put the correct answer, like, you know, in the first one too often. So let's randomize it. Okay, here we go. Number 2. And wait, DV, you didn't know my favorite? You didn't know? You didn't know my favorite rye bread? I will admit, it used to be Fatzer's Puicola, but I have converted. I've converted for 2 reasons. Number 1, the Puicola bread does not fit in a normal toaster very cleanly. All right, sometimes it has to go in at an angle, and it doesn't get an even toastage. All right. Number 2, Puicola is more expensive as well. The Resumies is like, it's cheap and it's good and it's a perfect circle. So it's perfect. Oh, okay, DV, you're saying phew, it wasn't a fake memory. You remember me praising Puicola. It is true. When I first moved to Finland, I did like Puicola. So yeah, okay. That is a bit of I feel a little bad now because I do remember saying that before, but that was so long ago. I didn't think that, I don't know. Yeah, poor DV. He's like correct in a much deeper sense. But no, Resumies has been my favorite. But yeah. You'll consider yourself a moral winner, DV. If it comes down to it, I need to come up with like prizes for you guys or something, or like badges. Okay, question number 2. How did I first start streaming Finnish? It happened by accident, Uki test prep, Google Translate fails compilation, or a Duolingo speedrun. One glass of Dr. P down. Yes. Most of you got it again. That's good. Will it show? Wait, let's see. Oh my god, I'm so happy with this Dr. Pepper. I'm indulgent. Lorelei takes the lead. Maito drops down to 3rd place. JS moves up to 2nd. So Sota Norsu holding it a solid position in 4th. DV, what the heck? DV, you were supposed to be the deep lore guy. You should have known. No excuses this time. I don't know what to say. Yes, the correct answer is I did a Duolingo speedrun. This was back when Duolingo Finnish, I think, released in 2020. And at that point, I was practicing on it pretty regularly. And I got to a point where I had completed the entire like tree or whatever, the path. It's changed names and formats over the years. But then I decided to do how quickly can I complete every lesson? And it ended up taking us like 24 hours, I think. Not consecutive, like I think we did it over the course of like 3 or 4 days where I would just stream for like 8 hours and we were just doing lesson after lesson. But yeah, Duolingo Finnish was quite good when it released, but that also kind of disappointed me because they never updated it, they never expanded it, and now Duolingo removed all of the grammar notes. And I've ranted about this on stream, how Duolingo's just gotten so much worse. as a real resource for learning a language. It's now more of like a little gamified thing. And unfortunately, yeah, they haven't even updated the Finnish stuff as well. So it sucks that they threw away the best parts of Duolingo, which were the notes, the grammar notes, and the forums with other people, and comment and be like, wait, why is it translated this way, or why not this? And a lot of really helpful people would be in there giving advice, and now those are gone. But that's how it started. I did the Duolingo speed run, and a lot of people followed, and I just decided to keep it going with a weekly stream, and that's where it came from. Though to be honest, I don't remember the first Learn Finnish with Me stream, if it happened right after the Duolingo speed run. I don't know. I'd have to go back and check the dates on it to see. All right. Anyways, let's go. Question number 3. Which of these is not a theme of the stream? Spontaneous dancing, Tolkien rants, existential crisis time, microphone malfunctioning. Yeah. Maybe spontaneous dancing needs to be part of it. Maybe I just need to imbibe a bit more Dr. Pepper and just get a little loosey-goosey. It's so funny how different the streams are as a creative experience, and I guess as a viewing experience for you guys, versus when I first started making videos and I did these vlogs, and I would just have a camera and I would just do random stuff with it and then make a video, and it would be so hilarious to see people react. And the dancing stuff was so surprising to me that people loved when I would do these random little dances in the forest. I also felt really embarrassing doing those dances, because not embarrassing, but I was terrified that someone might walk by while I was doing it, and then I wouldn't have like an explanation. But the explanation would be even more embarrassing than just being a random dude dancing in the forest. Like, I'm not just dancing, I'm recording myself dancing for a YouTube video. This was also back in 2016, when it wasn't so cool, I supposed, to be a YouTuber. But yeah. You hope I'm not keeping up with my Duolingo streak, JF. I almost lost it this past week, actually. But I do still use Duolingo for Swedish. So I do like one Swedish lesson on there. But not every day. I pay for the streak freezes. I don't pay real money, but I have so many, whatever the in-game currency is, gems, I think it's called now. They used to be called lingots. But anyways, I have like 50,000 of these gems. So I can purchase like almost unlimited streak freezes. But I try not to do that. I still try to do one lesson a day, just to kind of keep up improving my Swedish. But DV, now you're oversensitive and answering too promptly. Oh no, okay, we gotta see. Did you also miss this one? Oh no. DV, you're not even on the list. Hey DV, you're a moral winner, okay? Your heart is in the right place. But Lorelei, topping the index here very nicely. And Poyu also entering the lists here at number 5. Okay. But wait, Sota Norsu has the highest answer streak of 3, but you all have an answer streak of 3. If you answered all 3, like the top 3 people have all answered correctly 3 times, so. But yeah. But yeah, also good fiber in the forest, man, that's deep lore. We are coming up. It's also nice we're having this 150 celebration, because in a month from now, it will be 10 years since I uploaded my first vlog to the channel. How crazy is that? Maybe I need to do something to celebrate 10 years of YouTube. I think that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, good fiber in the forest. That is deep lore. That comes from that, like, when I was making videos in March and April of 2016, I was just out in the forest and found a decaying log. But yeah, reading all the options is bad, JS. Hey, you're gonna do fine. Just relax. Just relax. You guys are gonna get this next one. All right, let's hop into it. Number 4. Which puzzle do I often compare Finnish sentences to? Is it a Rubik's Cube, a crossword, a Sudoku, or a word search? Oh my god. I'm okay. I'm actually really impressed. I thought that maybe this was a good one because I know I've said it on stream at least several times. But I thought that it would be tricky enough. But this is the easiest question for you all. Let's see. Well, you guys all answered it very quickly. Though, to be fair, I might have said, to the one person who answered Rubik's Cube, I might have said Rubik's Cube at some point. But it's not the most often. Like, it really does feel like a Sudoku, where all the numbers have to add up. Like, getting the grammar and everything right. It's just like... We should watch my first vlog on stream together. Oh, JF. Oh, that would be so painful. That would be... Especially that first vlog, I remember the audio was so bad because I couldn't figure the microphone. I didn't screw it in properly. And, oh man. Yeah. Lorelai, you're on a streak. Well, actually, what, 3 of you are on a 4 answer streak. Lorelai, JS, and 27. But hey, there's still a lot more of the game to be played. Polyu, Maito, you guys are still in the game. I'm burping so much from this Dr. Pepper, but I'm not even sorry about it, all right? Here we go. Question number 5. When did I first visit Finland? Was it 2012, 2016, 2015, or 2009? Oh my god. This was the question I kind of regret putting in here because it's a hard one. But I don't feel that bad about it considering how many of you guys answered incorrectly anyways. Because the tricky part about it is I moved to Finland in 2015. And that's often when I tell people I first came to Finland. However, I first technically visited Finland for like an afternoon. I was on one of these cruises with my parents where you spend like a day in each sort of capital. So we were in Oslo and we had to skip Copenhagen because of the weather. But we went to Stockholm and in Helsinki and St. Petersburg and Tallinn. And got to see a lot. But I distinctly remember, visiting Helsinki, standing on a corner in Senate Square and looking up at the Tuomiokirkko. And also on that same trip, I remember going to the Tempeliaukio, the Church of the Rock. And also, I remember we had lunch at the Kappeli. You know, it's a very like touristy thing, I guess. It's like this really, I don't know if it's that overpriced, but it's kind of overpriced, pretty expensive. It's on Esplanade. It's a beautiful building. I guess it's worth paying a little extra, for the ambiance of this like glass, this really beautiful glass building. But yeah, I first visited Finland in 2009 for an afternoon off a cruise ship. And I remember that day it rained. We spent the whole day walking around Helsinki and it was raining. And I had no idea back then that I wanted to move to Finland. Like there was nothing really special about it in my mind at that point. It wasn't until years later that then, I don't know, things happened and I came to Finland and really then fell in love with Helsinki as a place to live and work. But yeah, I wonder what my younger self at 2009 would say if he could see me now. I'd be like, dude, go to Sweden. Like, this isn't working out. You know, or no, don't even do this. Go to New Zealand. How about that? Go try something totally different. But JS, you got this correct the last time, but not this time. Wait, did I ask this question before? I know I've said this maybe a few times. I don't know if I've said it on stream, but yeah, I don't know. Oh. Yeah, where is Vlad? Right, where is Vlad? Yeah, I don't know. I think Vlad isn't able to attend a lot of the live streams. I can't remember. But he has been also a cornerstone of the chat. So Vlad, if you're watching this later, thank you. Thanks for supporting me. All right, let's move on to question number 6. Oh wait, we got to see. 27 is the only person now with a streak of 5. So 27, you could be the one person to hit all 10 and prove me wrong. I said there would be a tie for 9. But let's see how it plays out. Question number 6. What is my favorite cookie? Domino, chocolate chip, Oreo, or gingerbread? Who answered Domino? Who answered Domino? Get out. All right. This was a trick question. It was not simply a question of your knowledge, but of your loyalty. All right. I hate No, I don't actually hate Domino. It's a fine cookie. It's just so inferior to Oreos. It's insane. The Finnish people live in a delusional mindset to think that Dominoes are better than Oreo. JS says everybody should have chosen Domino, right? But yeah, I love Oreos. Also, they are one of like those accidentally vegan foods that I'm so thankful for. You're right. Although to be fair, I don't eat Oreos that often. I don't have much of a sweet tooth. I don't really crave like a lot of sugary things or whatever. So I don't really snack much on Oreos. Let's see here. Yep, 27 still commanding the lead with 6 correct answers in a row, followed by Lorelei and JS close behind. And look, DV making a comeback, maybe. Tyler has every right to wrong opinion here. It is my right as an American. Thank you very much. The freedom to be wrong. Which is my favorite Lord of the Rings film? Is it the 90s Finnish TV show Hobbitit, The Two Towers, The Return of the King, or Fellowship? And the correct answer is The Fellowship of the Ring. Now, this could also have been a trick question for a couple reasons. And I realized when I made this, I'm like, I don't know what I've said on stream, but for me, The Fellowship of the Ring is the best. I think I've said this on stream, and I've explained that the Two Towers and Return of the King are great, but they involve so much more like just battles and stuff that's like interesting, but the character development from the Shire to the breaking of the Fellowship, to me, that's the most powerful story of the 3, especially going from how wonderful and not cozy, but like calm the Shire is, and the hobbits go on their adventure, and before they know it, they're swept up in these larger events, and now they're in the mines of Moria, and they witness Gandalf face off against the Balrog, like one of the most epic moments in literature ever. Like the Two Towers and Return of the King, they just don't have that gravity. No pun intended, Gandalf. Sorry about that. You did come back as white, so you're fine, right? You came back bigger and better. But yeah, it was always for me the Fellowship, and because as a kid, when the Fellowship came out, it was like a generational defining experience for us, like 13-year-old boys. All right. A 13-year-old boy who had just finished reading The Lord of the Rings. And then the Fellowship of the Ring comes out, and I saw it 4 times in theaters when I was a kid. And recently, I got to go rewatch the Fellowship of the Ring, at Finkino. Here in Finland, it's a chain of whatever movie theaters. And it's now the 25th anniversary of when the first movie came out in 2001, right? And so a lot of movie chains are showing it around the world. I noticed in the US they were showing it, and I was like, oh, I wonder if we're doing it here in Finland. And I'm glad I looked. And hopefully there's going to be some more showings throughout the year. I should keep my pulse on it, or what is it? Keep my finger on the pulse. I don't know. I should just pay attention to the movie theaters to see, because I would like to go back. But yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about doing a full marathon, because I get really tired after like 8 hours of watching movies. I don't think I would really enjoy the Return of the King at the, especially if it's the extended editions. Then it could be really tough. But yeah, DV, you just press in the middle and hope for the best. And wait, JF, you might have to talk about this, but I do not what happens in which book. You don't know what happens in which book? You don't know the order of the books? DV, you think you doze off every time someone mentions Lord of the Rings? Well, then you've gotten a lot of good sleep while following my stream, because it's something I talk about pretty often. Yeah, it is somewhat counterintuitive to my streams. All right, let's do the next question. Oh wait, no, sorry. Let's see the order. Excuse me. Uh-oh. See, I was right. 27. I'm so sorry. You were on the streak, but I knew it was too difficult. It was the quiz is a little too difficult. But I'm glad. Yeah, I mean, well, 27. You should have just paid better attention to my rants about Tolkien. All right, you should have picked up on the subtle hints that I would reference events from the Fellowship more often than the Two Towers, etc. Oh, and also the other trick thing about this question is that for a time, I did feel that the Finnish adaptation, Hobbitit, was my favorite adaptation. There was a brief period of time when I first moved to Finland and I watched it that I was like, this is amazing. It was because it's so campy. And the 90s adaptation, Hobbitit, you can watch it on YouTube and it's hilarious. At least the first episode I really liked. The later episodes, not as good as the first, but whatever. All right, Lorelai taking the lead, followed by JS, and 27 in third place. It's very close for first place, by the way. It's anyone's game at this point. All right, hold on. Everybody, take a sip of your celebratory beverage. We should have like a drinking game or something. You guys have to all have some you all have to take shots at home anytime. I don't know, like it could be fun to have like a bingo game or something going on. I don't know. Dr. Pepper, God bless you. All right, question number 8. Which of these is not a game I've played on stream? Is it Minecraft, Terraria, Graveyard Keeper, or Spiritfarer? Correct. Most of you got it. It's Minecraft. Obviously, I've played Stardew on stream, so I didn't even include that because there's only 4 options. I've thought about playing Minecraft on stream, but I haven't gotten around to it. And the last time I played Minecraft was in, I think, 2019, right before I moved back to Finland. And I really enjoyed it back then. And I think I'd really enjoy playing it again because of all the updates that they've added. that I think maybe flesh out the world and the experience a little bit more biomes and stuff, more things to discover. But yeah, I think of these three, I remember playing. We did Stardew was the first game I think I played on stream, and then we played Graveyard Keeper because people were like, "Oh, this is like Stardew Valley. You should play it." And I did enjoy it, but it was also infuriating in some ways. I'm not going to go into the details because this is a Kahoot quiz, not a video game rant. And then we played Spiritfarer. Or I mean, in between, I think I played some other games maybe as well. But yeah, Spiritfarer was a lot of fun. A really beautiful game. A game that is like a reflection on death. And a very like heartfelt, honest reflection on death. And like having to say goodbye to people throughout your life. And or even yeah, it's a beautiful game. I did enjoy it. And then Terraria. This was also a lot of fun to play. But yeah, and also beating Terraria on stream. I remember everyone was like in the comments or in the chat being like, "Oh, you're not gonna beat the Moon Lord, the final boss. Like you're totally gonna have to play him a bunch of times." I beat him first try. I beat him first freaking try. I was so proud of that. Although I kind of cheesed it a little bit. Hey, but I played it fair and square. It was cheesy but fair. I wasn't glitching or doing anything too, I don't know, game breaking. But yeah. Anyways, okay. All right. Question number. Oh wait, no, hold on. Let's see the standings. Lorelei still with a lead, but not a commanding lead. A narrow margin between first and second. Here we go. Here we go. True or false? The American Oreo was invented before the Finnish domino. What is it? True or false? Which was invented first? And yes. And if you said false, you deserve to be wrong. Because I know I've said this on stream. Multiple times. This is something Finnish people need to know. This is also why I think Finnish people are just in denial, because they like to think that, oh, things in Europe are older than things in America. Not the deliciousness of the Oreo. All right, not the deliciousness of 2 chocolate wafers molded together with a cream sugary filling. All right, I checked as well before stream, and I think it was the Oreo was invented in 1912, and the Finnish domino didn't come around until like the 50s. Was it like 1953 or something? So I think America wins by a hefty margin, and Finland just copied us. All right, I love this. You were doing something else on another tab and heard your name. It's not you in the... Wait, 27. I thought you were Sota Norsu. Well, okay, because you translated the name, I thought that meant that was your username, but it's somebody else. Sota Norsu, whoever you are out there, thank you for following my stream. You are an epic lurker, because I don't know who you are in chat, but that's cool. All right, you are hidden. So it's not 27. And 27, why aren't you playing the quiz? Why aren't you in? I thought you, of all people, would dominate this quiz. This was your chance, 27, to claim a crown. But yeah, Lorelei, you don't remember Spiritfarer, but you definitely don't remember Minecraft. So yeah. Oh, and Lorelei, Hydrox was the first. You know what? Well, whatever. All right. You grew up in Europe, where the history comes from. My quiz is sus. You have some doubts about these answers. It's propaganda from Oreo quiz. I have a sleeve of Oreos in the freezer right now. All right. Don't make me go and hate eat them. I will eat them with hatred for Domino's, okay? Because the Oreos, they taste even better when you hate eat them. Thinking about how much I hate the Finnish Domino makes the Oreo just taste so much sweeter. Okay, I am just trolling a little bit. But it is fun to have extreme opinions about nonsense, all right? There's enough extreme opinions about real life stuff, so let's move it away from that. All right, what last question? Oh wait, before we get ahead of ourselves, look at this. Look at this, Lorelai with the commanding lead in Sota Norsu, not 27. Sota Norsu coming in second place, making a redemption move. It's anyone's game, actually. If Lorelai misses this final question, Sota Norsu has a chance to win it. And JS as well, actually. Actually, I don't know, JS, you might be too far behind. Because I think the maximum points you can get is 1,000. So you would have to answer correctly within a millisecond of the answer showing up on screen. But anyways, here we go. Final question. Which is objectively the best vessel for imbibing beverages? A Moomin mug, a Karhu pint glass, a peanut butter jar, or an Ithala glass? I also like that the peanut butter jar option also happens to be on the color that's closest to peanut butter. This sort of like, well, it's I guess supposed to be yellow, but it's kind of brown. A brownish yellow. Yes, this should be like the easiest of all the questions, because although to be fair, I don't often drink water while I'm streaming. Like typically I'll have a sip of water if I get up to like take a short break. But yes, as you can see, I've had these peanut butter jars since 2020, when I lived near a Lidl and I would buy peanut butter from there. Because like the peanut butter jars I get now are a little too small. They only have whatever capacity for like 350 milliliters. This 500 milliliters. And it's so solid and rugged. This is like the Aragorn of glasses. Don't give me your little baby hobbit-sized Ithala glass. Every Finnish person has those little Ithala glasses. They're like little shot glasses. I'm like, how many? I'm just gonna stand in front of the sink filling this up and drinking constantly. It holds like 80 milliliters. At least a Moomin mug can hold like 200 to 250 milliliters. The Moomin mug, I will admit, I'd much rather drink coffee from a Moomin mug. And I have been, that's how I always have my coffee in the morning, is with a Moomin mug. But more broadly speaking, for the imbibement, I don't know if that's a word, but it should be a word, imbibement of beverages, peanut butter jar. This time Tyler has the right opinion, so you can forgive all the Oreo nonsense. Of all my opinions, yeah, I'm glad that you're on board with this one, DV. Because I genuinely feel like I'm the only person in the world who feels that a recycled peanut butter jar is the best. It's the sturdiest. It's so sturdy. And I like that the lip of the jar has this little stuff on it, for like, you can put a lid on it, It's not all smooth. It's rugged. And I like that. All right. Okay, let's see the final standings here. Let's see who came in first, second, and third, because it was anyone's game. But I guess it wasn't that difficult since pretty much all of you got it except one. Here we go. The final countdown. JS in third place. Congratulations. In second place, Sota Norsu. And in first place, with 8,200 points, Michael Jordan. Oh, Lorelei. Lorelei, way to go. Followed by Poyu and DV. And wait, who is that in the bottom? The bottom left. What is that? Claim rewards. Create a new class island and collect your rewards. Kahutopia. No, I don't know about this. All right. Actually, hold on. You know what? Let's click it and let's just see what happens. What? Correct answers. Was it 69%? Nice. It was 60 something percent. We got a trivia stage. We got back to basics. Dude, Kahoot, like these apps will do anything to try and command your attention, you know? Okay, I don't want to explore the island, all right? I want to stop. Oh, yeah. That was fun. But yeah, session summary. Oh, 65% correct answers. I was expecting more. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, the hardest question, when did I first visit Finland? Yeah. View the full report. Should I not view performances in front of you guys? Okay, fine. I don't know if it's gonna like show emails or something, so I'm not gonna do that. I don't know if you had to use your email to. I don't think you have to, right? But you know your scores. All right, you guys did really well. Thanks for wait, share podium. What is this? Share a link? Huh. Well, whatever. Good job, guys. And Lorelei, you won. And you're calling my quiz sus, and yet you won. However, I would like to point out that the real winner might be me. I predicted that the winner would answer 9 questions, and that there would be multiple people who answered 9 questions correctly. So, yeah. They've gamified the game. Gotta go, but thanks for the quiz. Gonna check the recording later. DV, okay, thanks for dropping by. But yeah, possibly the IP address maybe got logged, not emails. But yeah. You actually established a couple of peanut butter jars as drinking vessels in your secondary apartment. I love it. Yes. Yeah, to learn from the best. And hi, honne. Hyvä ilta. Siitä on aika, kun tilasin kanavan. Kuinka hyvin osat suomea? Hold on a second. Look, my Finnish is not that good. You're saying good evening. Something time when... Oh, something about... Wait, the channel. Kanavan. Kuinka, how well are you getting Finnish? Right? How well are you understanding or learning Finnish? And actually, hold on, maybe that was a good test of my Finnish right there, honne. Coming back here. Yeah, good evening. Yeah, it's been a while since I subscribed to the channel. Okay, that's what you meant. Well, thank you. Yeah, tilasin means that to subscribe. I forget about that one. Tilata. And how well do you know Finnish? Well, my Finnish is quite basic, as you can see, but it is improving, and I'm getting better. The more that you practice, the better you become. But yeah, drinking from jars seems to be very common based on net search. It's the best way. Oh, but yeah, this was a lot of fun, guys. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad that we were able to do the Kahoot quiz. I kind of came up with it last minute as well because I wasn't sure. And I just thought, I was like, I don't want to do Selko Uti set on stream. You know, we always do Selko Uti set. I'm fine doing it normally, but for the 150th episode, I wanted it to be a little special. All right. And I've been enjoying my Dr. Pepper, my celebratory sparkly beverage. And I also have some pistachio ice cream I can go try. And an Oreo. And by the way, if you don't put your Oreos in the freezer, you're missing out. Here's another life hack for you. Freeze your Oreos, or maybe even your Dominoes. Look, I can't vouch for what happens to a Domino when it goes in the freezer, but Oreos become twice as delicious. But yeah, Poyu, you didn't know my favorite rye bread, so you had a bad start. Also think the app wasn't working correctly in the start. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I guess, yeah, the app can get in the way. I'm sorry. But yeah, the rye bread stuff. I do remember ranting about it. But to be fair, it's not something I talk about often. Yeah, so I don't remember how long ago it was. It might be almost a year ago that we had the whole Resumies rye bread meme or whatever that we did on stream. But yeah. Oh no. Avainkielten oppimisen on puhua sitä päivittäisessä elämässä. Something about the language learning is to speak daily in everyday life. En itse osaa muita kieliä kuin suomi ja englanti. And something about, and it's, oh. Okay, it's like I understand those words all independently, but when the way that you put them in a sentence, I can't connect the dots. That's another puzzle type, right? There's the Sudoku. When I'm trying to write my own Finnish sentence, it's a Sudoku. When I'm trying to understand someone else's sentence, it's like a very complex connect the dots puzzle. But yeah. Mutta minulla on yksi venäläinen kaveri, joka osaa melkein täysin suomea. But you have a Russian friend who learned to speak Finnish quite well, or has quite good Finnish. Here, let me put this in the translate. Hold on, I'm having so many Dr. Pepper burps. It's crazy. The key to learning a language, okay, Avine, yeah, I should have known that word, is to speak it in everyday life. Yeah, I don't speak any other languages than Finnish and English. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't quite get that. But you have a Russian friend who speaks almost perfect Finnish. Yeah, melkein täysin. Not just, I said quite good Finnish, but yeah, almost perfect is the correct translation here. My translation of Finnish is based off vibes, all right? I read a Finnish sentence and I'm like, oh, I'm in the ballpark. You know, that's kind of where I am. And yes, asun Suomessa vielä. Yo, I still live in Finland. You can't get rid of me, all right? I'm too stubborn. But yeah, I really like living in Finland. This feels like my home after all these years, and I want to keep living here. And obviously learning to speak the language is part of that. But yeah. And I'm currently I've currently applied for my permanent residence permit. I'm now at that stage where I can get permanent residency. And assuming if I get that, then I can apply for citizenship. But I have to pass the language exam. And I think I also have to take a citizenship exam, though I don't even know if they've created a citizenship test yet. But yeah, I'd like to have dual citizenship at some point. And yeah, I do need to use Finnish more in everyday life. I think there are so many things that I try to do every day. It's hard to be consistent at everything. And learning a language is so, like, you really have to be all in. You know, it's like you can't compartmentalize it to just like a few minutes. I mean, sometimes you can make progress in like, oh, just 15 minutes a day. But like, no, like if you really want to speak, especially a language so different from your native language, you really, yeah, I agree. You really have to sort of immerse yourself in it. And so I definitely would need to do that more seriously in preparation for the national language exam, the Ukki Goe. But yeah. What is this? Missä Tyler asuu on salaista tietoa. Something about me living... Wait, what? Let's try and learn. Yeah, where Tyler lives is classified information. I mean, it's not that... Like, I still live in the capital region. I live near Helsinki, but I haven't said on stream which municipality near Helsinki I happen to live in. But I moved outside of Helsinki. Was it 2024? Is it already? Yeah, it's 2 years. 2 years ago. God, man, time is flying by. Yeah, I moved 2 years ago. I moved, and I'm really glad I did. I liked living in the city center, and I might move back one day, or even just live closer in Helsinki in the municipality again. But I really wanted a different experience. I really wanted to get out more closer to the countryside, in the forest especially. With all the running that I do, it makes a big difference having nature nearby. And incidentally, Sweden's also making it harder to get Swedish citizenship. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, 27 says thinks I live in Kerava. Yeah. Lorelei says Kerava is a theory. There's certainly possibilities. You know, there are lots of municipalities around Helsinki I could live in. Bro is not escaping the Kerava allegations. I will admit, I won't confirm or deny Kerava. However, I have been to the Prisma in Kerava. All right, that's all I'll say. Whether that makes me a resident there or not, I don't know. But yeah. Wait, and then hold on. You said here. Suosittelen hankkia suomalaisia ystäviä. Something about, wait. Suosittu means like popular, right? But anyway, something about ystäviä as friends, ja heille täytyy sanoa, että puhuu sinulla suomen kieltä. Something about like speaking to you in the Finnish language. Suomalaiset puhuvat englantia ulkomaataustaisille kohteliaisuudesta. Man. Okay, I think I understand this. I mean, look, the English is on screen, but I promise I'm not looking at it. I'm only looking at the Finnish right now. But you're saying Finns speak English to foreigners, like out of politeness, right? Kohtelias means polite. Kohteliaisuus is politeness or polititude. I feel like that should be a word. Polititude. Mutta se ei auta oppimaan. Yeah, but it doesn't help them to learn. Yeah. Oh yeah, suosittelen means to recommend. Okay, I recommend making Finnish friends. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't quite get that first phrase. And you have to tell them that you speak Finnish to them. Finns speak English to people with a foreign background out of politeness. But it doesn't help you learn. Yep. Well, thank you. um, thank you for helping me. And nice to have you here, Honne, on episode 150, the celebratory episode. I actually really enjoyed preparing for this stream because I was thinking, I'm like, oh, I need to go to the store and I need to buy, like, because I was like, I thought for a second, should I get a bottle of sparkling wine? But I kind of just felt like I don't really want that. And I went into the store and I saw Dr. Pepper and I was like, that's what I want. All right, that's what I want. And then of course putting together the quiz for you guys was a lot of fun because I know we've done quizzes in the past, but it's been a while, and good to I don't know, have some fun with it. And so episode 150 was a bit of a break. You know, we didn't do Selko Uti set. All the Finnish I've practiced today is just basically what you guys have said in chat, but that's okay. We need to have weeks off as well, and there have been times I've taken time off. I've taken weeks off for holiday or just for like mental health. You know, I've gone through some tough times in life, and so yeah, I do appreciate you guys. Those times that I did take off. And I told you guys, I really appreciate the, I guess, what is it? The generosity and the kindness and understanding you guys have had for me. So thanks for that. Traditional Finnish celebratory is drink a bottle of kossu. Wait, what is kossu? Let's see if Google Translate knows what it is. No, it's translating from Polish. What? Actually, hold on. I do have a Wiktionary here. Kossu. An alternative lettercase form of kossu. So a brand. Oh, of Koskenkorva. I should have guessed that it was this. I know what Koskenkorva is, though I don't often drink it. Actually, I don't remember the last time I had it. And Koskenkorva is the name of, it's rapids on the edge or border of rapids. Is it actually the name of a town? Koskenkorva, right? Oh yeah, it is a village in South Ostrobothnia. And it's also a Finnish surname. Imagine having that name. Petteri Koskenkorva. Juha Koskenkorva. It would be like being Mr. Jack Daniels. But yeah, named according to this village, the Koskenkorva. I have not had it in so long. But it's just vodka. It doesn't have any other flavor in it, right? It doesn't have the salmiakki flavor in it. Or maybe they do produce it, but maybe they produce multiple kinds. I can't remember. I think the last time I had it was at a Christmas party, and it was maybe added to the glöggi. I got some glöggi, and they added whatever, Koskenkorva. I think maybe it was something. Maybe it wasn't Koskenkorva. I don't know. But yeah. The popularity of that is lessening as younger people prefer other drinks. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. And I guess it's kind of an encouraging trend that at least younger people are drinking less alcohol. Because alcohol is like probably the most destructive of all the drugs out there. Like, just, yeah. Even if it's not the most immediately dangerous as like some other really dangerous drugs, but like it's so widespread, it causes more damage. Um, but nowadays, kids are drinking all these energy drinks, and I don't know, I don't know how good that is. Yeah, you've had the Kosken Kvarva, so one ritual of the Finnish citizenship is done. Thank you. uh, oh, you attract it. Oh, JS, if I add it to some other drink, it doesn't count. Okay. I gotta drink it straight, apparently. uh, there is official salmiakki kosu or salmari. Okay, so they do have a version with salmiakki in it. Oh, that sounds horrible. I mean, so I don't really like salmiakki, so that's gonna get me. Salmari is deceptively good, JS says. Last alcohol you had 27 was a ruby port wine. Actually, I went back to the US for Christmas, and one of the things I was really excited to try again is one of my all-time favorite beers. It's the Goose Island Bourbon County Stout. And it is a stout beer that's aged in former, what is it, whiskey barrels. And so the beer actually has a kind of whiskey flavor to it, but it's so smooth and delicious. Like, oh, it was so nice to try. I did get some when I was back with my family, and we tried it together. It's a very strong beer. It has to be the strongest beer I've ever tried. It's literally like a wine. I think it's like 14% or something. Like, for a beer, that's crazy, right? But yeah, it's really nice, really smooth. But yeah, that was yeah, I'm starting to like the other was it last week I had a stout. I went out with a friend and we had some drinks, and I just, and because when it's really cold like this, I like to have a stout. And there are some really good stouts. Um Gosh, what was it called? The one that I got. All I remember is it's a stout. It's called the Eye Opener. The Eye Opener Stout. And I saw that it has coffee in it. And the coffee, some of the coffee came from one of my favorite coffee roasters called Good Life Coffee. And when I first moved to Finland, that was one of my favorite coffee shops in Kallio. Good Life Coffee. And the guy that ran it was so nice. Um, and but yeah, they closed the cafe, but they still have the roastery and still produce really good coffee. I should have put that on my Kahoot quiz. What kind of coffee do I drink at home? Because I've shown it on stream before, and it's not Good Life coffee. I drink the Paulig Brazil coffee. Although at the moment I'm drinking just like the basic Coop brand. Like, I just bought a bag of Coop beans just to try, and it's fine. It's fine. I don't know if I'm gonna switch to Coop. Um, yeah. Your mother poured your Valhalla Finnish Jägermeister away. I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried that. Valhalla. I don't like liquor that much. Yeah. I, I don't. Oh, well, I don't really drink that much to begin with. I feel quite lucky that I I I, I don't really have an addictive personality, or I don't have a natural, I don't know, addiction towards alcohol. Like, for me, having like two beers, I'm like good. Maybe three, and then it's done. I'm done, you know? Like, I don't want any more after that. I need a day off after that. I think also as I've gotten older, I do, yeah, when you get to your 30s, you do feel the alcohol, you feel the hangover sooner, I guess is what I'm saying. And so, yeah. So I can enjoy a beer, but liquor is just too much sometimes. Maybe a nice whiskey I could sip and enjoy it a bit, but it's not something I would do on my own or like going out with friends or whatever. Like I don't keep alcohol in my apartment. Beer with whiskey flavor, two things you don't like, JS. Hey, well, I will say this, JS. My mom tried that beer and she liked it. She liked it, and she doesn't really like beer, and she doesn't really like whiskey. But those two things combined, it because the beer is such a dark beer, it's kind of sweet as well. It has like a sweetness, and the whiskey flavor isn't so it doesn't burn. Like like liquor often burns if you drink it. And so it combines the best of both. So I don't know, maybe you would like it if you gave it a try, JS. But yeah, Valhalla is not Finnish. It's like a Viking thing, I guess. Oh, you will never forgive Koskin Korva for making Valhalla, doing foreign mythology like the soldiers of Odin. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like, don't we have enough mythology here in Finland to choose from? Why did they do that? It's a Norwegian cultural appropriation. It should be Tuonolla here in Finland, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Honda, I agree with you. Finland has its own mythology. They should have named the drink Tuonolla. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, there is so much to Finnish mythology. And yeah, I want to get more into it. I feel like I would enjoy getting deeper in, like, I've never read the Kalevala all the way through. I've read parts of it, but I haven't read the whole thing. And I think it would be kind of fun to get into it and learn more. Especially when I look up Finnish names and you learn about, I'm currently writing an article about Finnish names and naming traditions. I write articles for the Finland.fi website. And so they asked me to write one about Finnish naming traditions. I'll share it with you guys when it gets published. I don't know when, because it's like whatever in the pipeline, I guess. But yeah, I did enjoy that. Looking into the way that Finnish people keep names secret or undecided until after the baby is born, and it gives the parents time to get to know the baby and then decide on the name. Whereas we don't do that in America. You legally can't even do that. You have to name the baby like right when it's born, basically. And some other traditions. I'll save it for whenever it does come out. Maybe we can talk about it. But yeah, there's a Valhalla Java Odin Force blend coffee. I haven't tried it. I prefer my coffee with a Väinämöinen force to it. But hey, Yuha, welcome in. Good to see you. You missed it, dude. We did a Kahoot quiz. You're gonna have to watch it back and see how you perform on the quiz. Nobody got all 10 of the questions right. I'll just say that. Lorelai got 9 out of 10 and won the competition. But yeah. The good to have you here. And yeah, we haven't been practicing Finnish too much. But that's as expected. We are just enjoying life. I'm drinking my favorite soda, Dr. Pepper. Honestly, if I could make one change, maybe this should be another quiz question for you guys. I should have put this on there. What is my favorite place? And it is a sort of chain. Yeah, it's a chain throughout Finland. It's kind of like a fast food chain or whatever. But it's not like McDonald's or that basic. Where's my favorite place to get vegan burgers? And the one thing I would change about this place would be that they would include Dr. Pepper on their soda fountain. And one of the things I love about this place is that they put the soda fountain outside, like a true American burger place or any kind of place. In America, you just free refill, all right? Diabetes in a cup. It's our freedom. And so it's whenever I go to this place, I have to get a Pepsi. Pepsi is so inferior, but it's still decent. I'll drink a Pepsi. And I get my vegan burger and fries. And maybe I'm gonna do that. Maybe I need to go back. It's been a long time since I've had it. But yeah, Lorelai says the quiz be broken. But you won. What do you mean it was broken? If it was broken, it was in your favor. And JF says, there used to be many companies with the names from Kalevala. Many of them have been bought or changed their brand to some bland, more international name. That's a good point, JF. And actually, this is one of those trends in naming traditions that, at least more recently, one of the cultural trends in Finland is to give children names that are more internationally appropriate. I don't know if appropriate's the right word, but you know, if you're going to go live abroad or study abroad, names like Emma do really well, right? Whereas other names like Urje are just going to be kind of really difficult for people. But so yeah, it's a trend as well, I think, in Finnish names. But there still is a lot of Finnishness to the naming tradition. It's more about the sounds, not so much like just taking foreign names and copying them. Maybe just avoiding the difficult to pronounce sounds from Finnish. But there are exceptions to it. I think like Vain is a good exception. That still is a very popular name, or is currently a very popular name, despite having those sounds. But yeah, hey, classic music, what's up? How are you? And Hanna, you have a book about Finnic beliefs called Suomalainen kansanusko by Risto Pulkkinen. Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of people have praised it. I've come across a lot of books like that. Maybe I've seen it, but yeah, no, I haven't had enough time to get into it. There are so many things I love reading right now. I have so many books. I am a library addict. Earlier I said I don't have an addictive personality. I lied. I'm addicted to libraries. Okay, I love going to the library. I love putting books on reserve or on hold and then picking up the books like it's Christmas. You know, it's the best. And I have a lot of books. I'm currently reading A Knight of Seven Kingdoms. I want to watch the TV show that HBO is now producing about it. And I love George R. This could also have been another quiz question for you guys. Lord of the Rings or A Song of Ice and Fire? If I had to take one with me on a deserted island the rest of my life, I would choose A Song of Ice and Fire. I just think there's more to it. There's more depth. There are more characters and character types. And the drama is far more complex and political. Not political, but like, it's just more human in a way. Lord of the Rings is more epic and almost mythical. And it's really beautiful, but I find I'm moved more by when I read A Song of Ice and Fire by George R. R. Martin. But anyways, that's beside the point. I've got tons of other books I'm reading. I love reading nonfiction as well. I've got some science books I need to go pick up. One about calculus. Lorelai says, me winning is sus. Lorelai, you need to celebrate yourself, all right? There's also a Finnish Olvi cola. 27, I did see there's like a coupe brand of cola. And I was like, I wonder if I should try that. But I saw Dr. Pepper and I'm like, yeah, it's the Dr. Pepper for me. It tastes so good. How is this possible? Urya means vomit? Wait, no, it doesn't actually mean that, does that? It comes from George. Yeah, that's right. Pepsi Max is where it's at, says Yuha. Say on Taiva Lista. It is heavenly. Is that what that means? Taiva means like the heavens. They must be spiking that with something to make it so addicting. A lot of, you know what? Here's what I'll say. It's all these diet sodas that people get addicted to, right? It's like Diet Coke, Diet Dr. Pepper, Pepsi Max. Those are the sodas that I've noticed a lot of people, especially when I was growing up, all the adults were addicted to some diet version of a soda. I never liked diet soda. I always felt that it tasted weird. And like it has this weird off flavor to it, you know. Give me sugar. But I don't know. Maybe in the long run, it would be worse to drink the sugar, right? But thankfully, I didn't drink soda that much. Oh yeah. Lorelai says, "Who are you and what did you do with Tyler?" Wait, what? Does he know? What did I am I missing something? What- Coop is still Swedish slash Nordic. Wait, it's not Finnish? It's part of the S market. No, are you telling me that S market, the S stands for Sweden? Yeah, the artificial sweeteners suck. Yeah, I never got into it. I always thought that was it. Just it tasted like I don't know. It tasted different. It didn't. It was a really weird kind of sweetness to me. It never was a proper substitute, you know. But yeah. All right. I'm gonna have a little bit more of the Dr. Pepper because I am vibing right now. The S chain is part of a thing with Coop and Carrefour. Ah, I remember Carrefour when I lived in France. All right, not too much, Tyler. Not too much. Maybe we need this more often. We need to have a celebratory stream where we just hang out. I drink Dr. Pepper. We reminisce about old times. Ooh, ow. I just hit my funny bone. Oh my god. How how did I do that? The corner of my chair is perfectly positioned, so when I moved my arm back, ow. It wasn't that bad. But my arm is numb. Previously Tesco. Okay. Is the Dr. Pepper that's sold here in Finland made with sugar or the cane sugar syrup stuff? Because you tried US Coca-Cola and the sugar sweetened is way superior. Pepsi Max is superior still, but... Huh. I forget. Well, okay, I know there's also like different laws in Europe about some of these things, especially high fructose corn syrup. I feel like most sodas in the United States are sweetened using corn syrup. And I don't know. I would assume it's the same here, but it might be different because I know you can't buy corn syrup at the store. It's almost like it's a regulated item. I think I looked into getting it because there was like a dessert or actually, you know why I looked into getting it? I like to make my own gels for when I do my marathons or when I do my training for my marathon. And I looked up whatever the recipe is for some of these gels and I was trying to make it myself because the gels are so expensive if you buy them. It'll be like, you know, 3 or 5 euros per one gel. And you go out on a long run and you need to take like three to six of them, you know, on your practice runs. And you have to practice with it before you go to the race anyway. But yeah, so I tried to make my own and I couldn't find corn syrup. Like they don't sell it in most stores. But I think I have like there is another thing you can use here. This is so random, but it's like maltodextrin, I think is what it's called. And it's really nice because it doesn't taste that sweet. So it's not just like sugar water. There's something about the way the polysaccharides form or something like this. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's really good for whatever, making gels. But actually, you didn't remind me of one other thing. In America, at least in Texas, you can get a different type of Coke called Mexican Coke, Mexican Coca-Cola, and it's sold different, very different. It looks very different from a normal Coca-Cola. First, because it's still sold in glass bottles. You still buy Mexican Coke in these glass bottles. It's labeled very differently, and it tastes different because they use a different sugar. They use some other kind of, I think they use the cane sugar. And so the sweetness is quite different from whatever. Yeah, from the, I guess, yeah, the more normal Coca-Cola we know. Yeah, corn syrup. Okay, that's what you meant. Yeah, lame. Yeah. But yeah. Yarritos Mexican Cola is sold in city markets. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's so funny. Like I never go to I never even look at the soda. And actually, this is one thing I like about grocery stores, that here, and this is a culture shock when I'm in America. Any and okay, and first of all, I don't know if this is because the law is set the way here in Finland or how this happened, but in America, sodas are everywhere. All the most unhealthy stuff in a grocery store is front and center. It's in the checkout aisle, right? As you're waiting to check out, there's stuff and you can grab. There's like a fridge, and you can just grab soda out of it and put it, you know. But like here in Finland, if you want to get soda or alcohol for that matter, it's in the back of the store, or it's like way off, as far away, you know, on the edge of the store, against the back wall or the side wall. And so that's an aisle that I don't even typically walk down or see. So I don't even know what sodas are being sold because I don't buy soda. And I assume there has to be a law, at least for the alcohol, right? That it can't be sold. But then again, actually, if I think about some stores, the alcohol is sold kind of close to the cash register in a smaller grocery store, for example. I don't know, but yeah, very different. In America, they sell everything like front and center, all the unhealthy stuff, jumbo packs. But yeah, hey Helion, what's up? Welcome in. Also, I'm saying like welcome in to everybody, but I feel like I need to wrap up stream here pretty soon. We're approaching 2 hours. I typically only do 1 hour streams, but now we're getting to 2 hours. But yes, what is this? Moi terveisiä päivän okkosilta. Silta. Tulin sieltä just. What? I came just in time or something like this. I don't know. Terveisiä means like greetings. Okay, look. You guys are speaking difficult Finnish for me, all right. Greetings, from Paivanokos. That sounds kind of Greek. But not the Paiva part, but the Okos. Okos sounds like a Greek word to me. But you just got back from there. All right, well, welcome back from wherever that is. There's a small selection of chocolates and such at the cashier when you wait your turn for those impulses. Yeah, we do have them, but it's not as bad. America, it's so extreme in America. This is one of the things I like about living here. It's more sensible. It's just slightly more sensible. Oh my God, Dr. Pepper. I'm looking at this. I have consumed close to half. I've consumed close to half of my Dr. Pepper. 3/4 of a liter. Does it tell me how much sugar? Per 100 milliliters. It's only 10 grams of sugar. I thought it would be a lot more. 10 grams of sugar. And I drank, what, 750 milliliters. So 7.5. 75 grams of sugar. That's actually kind of a lot. I don't know, maybe that's not that much. If you think about eating cookies and cake, there's so much sugar that goes into that. It's not too bad. It's probably whatever the caffeine that's in here that's gonna ruin me for sleep. Yeah. Delicious. And the one thing that's missing from this, crushed ice. Crushed ice. That's another thing. By the way, I didn't say, I totally got sidetracked. None of you guessed in chat. My favorite place to get vegan burgers, Friends and Burgers. Friends and Burgers. And because their ice machine, it makes ice pellets in the perfect ratio of volume to surface area, so that when you put your soda in this dense matrix of ice pellets, it just instantly freezes and tastes way better. Guys, I think I'm also having a little bit of a sugar high right now. Like, I'm feeling a little bit more giddy than usual. Certainly for 9 o'clock. But anyway, I got to catch up on chat here. I'm a bit behind. Something about you woke up at 4:30 this morning, Hone. But now you have to go soon and go to sleep. Well, thanks for dropping by. According to Wikipedia, you legalized isoglucose, some type of glucose, in 2017 in soft drinks. Alcoholic products in smaller grocery stores are probably intentionally closer to cashiers for easier monitoring. Yeah. Also because like at a certain time you can't sell alcohol anymore, so they often like close those, like lock the whatever. Yeah, they lock them up. 10% sugar is still quite a lot. It is, yeah. I never really have added sugar. I'm so basic, and I try to eat really healthy. And again, I don't really care for sweet things that much, so I don't crave soda or like cookies or whatever. But you just came here from your trip in Ylä-Kerta. I don't know where Ylä-Kerta is. You've never eaten a vegan burger at Friends and Burgers, but every time you've eaten there, it's been a letdown. Oh, I'm sorry, Juha. I love how now I'm their spokesperson. I will admit, there have been a few times I've gone, and it wasn't as good. But there have been times I remember I got this vegan burger, and it was just so heavenly. And what I like about the vegan burger is that it's not like it's trying to imitate meat. So the burger actually has quite a lot of flavor to it because they put like some spices and seeds and stuff in there. And it doesn't crumble to pieces. Like, it has a good consistency to it. It stays intact while you're eating it. And I really like the vegan mayo or the aioli or whatever they put on there with the what type of onions are they? Is it like the pickled onions, I think? Oh, so good. And the bun is so good. It's making me hungry for it. I need to go get it. Wait, Ylä-Kerta is upstairs. Well, it was capitalized. Ylä-Kerta. It looks like it is a name of a region or a region of Finland, like, but it just means upstairs. You don't diss ice in a drink, but crushed ice seems a bit useless. It just melts too quickly. Bigger cubes can last for a refill. No. That just means you aren't drinking your soda fast enough. All right, you need to be guzzling it, Helion. That's also why the free refills are so important. I'm getting 2/3 of the volume of my glass filled with ice. So I'm not even, I'm getting refills, but I'm not technically drinking that much soda. All right. You thought Friends and Burgers, but did not trust yourself to say it. Oh, Po, you were thinking it. You could have gotten it right on the quiz. You haven't eaten there. You eat hamburgers very rarely, and if you do, it is Hess Burger. Oh, no. Oh, no. Look, you got to upgrade your life, Po. All right, I'm just telling you right now. Friends and Burgers, that is a big upgrade from Hess Burger. You're going to the sauna soon? Well, good. I hope you enjoy your sauna. You have the amount of sugar that you use in tea, JS. I never add sugar to tea or coffee. Never. It's just weird. 27, you're in the Ulakerta right now. Do I know what? Am I still missing something? Wait, does he still think Päivän Okos is a real place somewhere in Greece or Finland? I don't know. I don't know. Google Translate isn't helping me. Yeah. Ice cubes is a limited resource at home. Yeah. Lorelei, you live in the home city of Hesburger. Wow, you must be so proud. You should put it on a t-shirt. And Yuha, you also thought of Friends and Burgers. That was your first thought. Yeah. Yeah, I've never had their normal stuff, but I do like the vegan burger. I missed some comments. Oh, I mean, you guys explained the Päivän Okoset in a comment earlier. Am I gonna be able to find it? Hold on. I try to read. It was a while back. Wait a second. Is it possible I just don't see him? Päivä Nokonen, not Päivän Okonen. Ah, okay, so greetings from the day nap. A type of nap. But yeah, your chat is on top chat and you see them. Okay. Yeah, YouTube always defaults to the top chat, and that I don't think it's ever been too much of a problem. But I just switched to live chat just to make sure I wasn't missing. But yeah, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, you're gonna try the Friends and Burgers next summer. It is expensive though. I mean, okay, in defense, you get a burger, you get fries, you get burger, fries, and a soda with unlimited refills for like 14 euros. I think, and the quality of the burger and fries are like way, way better than what you would get at freaking McDonald's or Hessburger. I mean, like, and to me, it's also a treat in a way. So it's not something I would go spend a lot of money on anyway. Or it's not something I would like do every day. Because it wouldn't be healthy to eat that every day. Or, you know? Especially all the sugar from the soda. So think about getting your money's worth of the soda, right? Imagine if you buy sodas in the grocery store, it's really expensive. Right? Buying soda is like as expensive as buying beer, basically. So you're getting a fountain, a tap of delicious heavenliness directly into a cup that you pour down your mouth gullet. All right. And you take advantage of that. That's all I'm trying to say. You got a banana smoothie, 27? Courtesy of your clone. 27, I haven't heard about your clone in a while. I'm glad to hear he's still around, and I'm glad to hear he's still your butler. Yeah, I don't know why the top chat. It should just be live. You thought it would be over 20 euros. No, it's if you get the meal deal, it's like 14 or 15. I don't know. And actually, if you go on a weekday and for lunch, it's like €1 cheaper or something like this. But yeah. Yeah. Anyways, look, it's 9 o'clock. I'm drinking soda. We're living it up. I'm going to have to call it here, guys. I need to start winding down, if it's even possible, with the amount of sugar and caffeine in my body, like I'm a 10-year-old boy at a slumber party, staying up all night playing 007 GoldenEye on the N64 with all my best friends. We had it so good back in the 90s, like 1998 and 99. Great years. Those were great years to be like a 10-year-old boy with friends in the neighborhood, and we would have sleepovers, and we'd have PlayStation and N64, and we'd just play all night. That's how I feel right now with our celebratory stream. So yeah, thank you all for coming out, for joining the stream. I hope you like the thumbnail. I upgraded our thumbnail. I gave it a bit of a, I don't know, whatever, a makeover, a golden makeover. And hope you enjoyed the Kahoot quiz. That was also kind of fun. If you missed it, then maybe you need to go back and re-watch that part and see how you do. See if you can get all 10 correct. But yeah, it's been fun doing these streams. 150 episodes, it's hard to believe, but we've made it. And yeah, I'll be back every Tuesday. We do this. So come back for episode 151. We'll probably try to be more, we'll try to learn more Finnish. I probably won't be drinking Dr. Pepper on stream, though I do have Oreos and pistachio ice cream waiting for me. Maybe I should go dive into that. Yeah. But otherwise, if you like following these streams, I also do gaming streams and currently have a Stardew Valley Granny Challenge. And that's a blast. We do that every Thursday and sometimes over the weekend. Yeah, a lot of people are coming to my channel now because of that stream. A lot of new people are following, and that's been a lot of fun seeing that happen. And also just a lot of fun to play Stardew in such a creative, silly way. I feel like we really need more creative, silly things in our lives, especially as we get older, and that natural tendency to play kind of vanishes amidst all the adult responsibilities, pressing stress and horrible things in the news, and all that stuff kind of like kills the joy but cultivating joy for ourselves is also an important skill. So come join the stream if you want to do that, and we can role play as a grandma together in my favorite game of all time, Stardew Valley. I'm glad that, yeah, you guys enjoyed this stream and the Kahoot. Yeah, this stream is fun in a very different way. It's mostly me suffering when we're trying to learn Finnish, but it's a form of entertainment in itself. All right. um, and yeah, in a little while, Helion says, you'll be looking back and thinking just 150 back then, and it felt like a lot. Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll be at, episode 300 one of these days. Although I think at that point, I would need to be doing these streams every day to get to 300. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where things go, where life leads. And me missing you helping as usual, says Lorelei. Look, I do my best to keep up with chat, but I'm not good at this. When I'm talking, I have to focus on what I'm saying. I can't read chat at the same time. Look, I'm not talented. I'm not a natural streamer, okay? I'm getting better at it, but yeah. I'm very much a one-track brain. I can't multitask. Daily stream will get us to 300 this year, right? Oh, man. But yeah, who knows? Maybe when I start doing more intense Uki test prep, I could maybe do some more, learn Finnish with me streams to practice. But yeah, quadruple digits soon, Helion. Oh my god. Like my Duolingo streak. All right, guys. Yeah, thanks for joining the stream. I'll be back. We'll do the Stardew stream on Thursday, but if I don't see you, we do the Learn Finnish with Me stream every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Finland time. And sometimes we go a bit later, like today, if we're just having fun and learning lots of Finnish. Yeah. Thanks for following along. Hope to see you guys in the next live stream. Goodbye.